Well, it's a bright and cheery morning here in Lisbon, Portugal. This is September 12th, Friday, and today we're all set to do a day trip to a UNESCO heritage site called Sintra. It's going to be a lot of walking. We'll keep it documented and we'll let you know. The weather is about 65 degrees right now. It's going to be sunny for today. It should be pretty warm. Now we're raring to go, and we're gonna have fun today. Here we are, we're on our way to Sintra. This is the line number 2. Okay, we're on the 434 bus on our way to the Peña Palace. It's got several stops. It's a public bus, but it's basically a tourist public bus. And it's about 1350 euros. It stops at all the major stops. Apparently it's the most reasonably priced way. Unless you want to do a tuk-tuk, which is a bit more personal. $10 per person on the tuk-tuk. Yeah, this is right. And then we just turn right at some certain points. We've had to resort to hiking up from the entrance because the shuttles are not running yet, even though we paid for them. And there's a long line, and if we don't start hiking, we would have missed our entrance time slot. So we're out in the middle of the greenery here. Nice area to be hiking anyway. We'll end up there, I think. Okay, here we are, entrance to the palace. Sintra became the first center of European Romantic architecture in the 19th century. Ferdinand II turned a ruined monastery into a castle, where this new sensitivity was displayed in the use of Gothic, Egyptian, Moorish, and Renaissance elements, and in the creation of a park, blending local and exotic species of trees. Other fine dwellings built along the same lines in the surrounding Serra created a unique combination of parks and gardens, which influenced the development of landscape architecture throughout Europe. The Peña Palace, high on a peak in the Serra, is a work of pure romanticism, designed by the Portuguese architect Posidonio da Silva. Ferdinand II's conversion of the medieval monastery, which was abandoned after the 1755 earthquake reduced it to ruins, is eclectic in its use of Egyptian, Moorish, Gothic, and Renaissance elements to produce an ensemble that is a pure expression of the Romantic movement. Within the 19th century palace are the church, cloister, and refectory of the 18th century monastery, richly decorated with azulejos. Now, whether you choose to go inside the palace or just explore the outside, a trip to Sintra would not be complete without experiencing the Peña Palace. It's worth the climb on foot or by bus. This is the hike to the Moorish castle. Now there's a little bit of a walk from the street to the actual castle walls. We weren't looking forward to having to come back to the street on an uphill trail, but we pressed on. Finally reached the castle walls. We are currently at the Moorish castle walls. It's a little bit scary here because see, this is an actual drop. And so you're going to want to stay connected here to the left. And if you have somebody walking beside you, you don't want to... Oops! Excuse me. Ah! It's a little bit scary. And do it anyway. That's a drop with no rails. The Moorish castle, high on a peak of the Serra, was certainly used in the 9th century during the Moorish occupation. It was finally abandoned with the successful reconquering of Portugal from the Moors during the Crusades. Now in ruins, all that remains of the castle are its mighty walls, which probably served it well against Christian invaders on their way to the Holy Land. Standing there, I can't imagine how soldiers on foot were able to climb over these structures to eventually subdue the castle's inhabitants, but somehow they did. And today, these are just ruins of what was once a Muslim stronghold. I proceeded to climb the other side, which seemed safer as there was no open drop on the side of the trail. The experience was just as impressive, and I had more views as far as the ocean and of the other castles in the surrounding Serra. Okay, we're at the Sintra Historic Center, just looking around for some coffee or a snack. Okay, so we thought we had given up on a third excursion, that we were in the middle of town. Happened to realize that the palace is right here, the National Palace. So this is the view from the palace. We were up there earlier, that white flag in the middle, where we were. The National Palace of Sintra is Portugal's last surviving medieval royal palace, famed for its iconic twin monumental cone-shaped chimneys. It is a unique blend of architectural styles, including Gothic, Manueline, and Mudéjar, with interiors featuring the largest collection of Mudéjar tiles in Portugal. Once a royal residence, the palace now functions as a museum, showcasing significant heraldic rooms and decorative arts, and stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site within the cultural landscape of Sintra. It was the primary residence of the Portuguese royal family until the monarchy's end in 1910, and is the only medieval royal palace in Portugal to remain largely intact. Alright, this will probably be the last video of this palace. Look at the ornate ceiling and tiles here in this little gallery, the courtyard, the cove. A day trip to this beautiful city is not enough to see all the historical sites. The 3 sites we visited tired us out, but we came away very satisfied. It always enriches the soul to learn about other people's history, and Sintra certainly fills that learning cup. A trip to Lisbon, Portugal certainly wouldn't be complete without at least a day trip to this marvelous cultural landscape. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next video.